I'm Fred with Mr.FredFloors. We're here at the Crawfish event, and we're here with Powernail with
Tyler with Powernail Company. All right, guys. So, Powernail Company, not many folks know it, but we actually invented the L-shaped cleat nail. So, the nail that's used in almost all of our solid wood floor installations, made by Powernail back in 1947, and we are still making them and selling them in the United States. You can find them here at Texwood. We've got every flavor that you need, whether it's a 16 gauge, 2-inch to 1.5 inch. We've got 18 gauge, 1.75 inch down to 1.25 inch. 18 gauge, you're going to use that. Your thinner engineered, your more brittle types of species, think more exotics, anything that's a little bit harder than white oak on the Jenga scale. Perfect alternative for the 18 gauge cleat. Something that folks don't know about Powernail is we put a lot of thought into the design of our tools in conjunction with our nails. So we actually color code each one of our tools to the fastener that it drives. So if you're out on a job and you're needing some more nails, you call up your distributor, you talk to Will or German over here at Texwood, you say, hey guys, I need some nails for my gun. You don't know what type of gun that you have? All you got to say is, I got black boxes of cleats, and they're going to know immediately. It's 16 gauge tool, 16 gauge box. Same with red tools. You see red, it's 18 gauge. Staples are the exact same. So even though we're Powernail, we also offer staples, 15 gauge, 18 gauge narrow crown. We offer the staplers with a USA made tool as well, similar to the 445 or the 50P. That's going to drive anything from 3/4 inch solid down to 5/8.
Yeah, can you tell me what differentiates from your regular nail? Yeah, for flooring installing.
So what is extremely specific to our L-shaped flooring cleat nail is the sawtooth design going down the ribs of the nail, as well as the way the head comes off. So the best way to think about nails is it's a clamp. It's a clamp for your floor. It's holding it down, but it's also holding it laterally across the floor, right? So a nail is excellent to use for 2.25 up to 5 inch, whatever type of strip floors you have, but even an extra wide format flooring, right? It's great to have a full spread glue, but instead of using blue tape or your strap clamps, why don't you use a nail glue assist to hold those boards in place so you're not worried about those boards moving over the course of the installation.
So a lot of people don't know this. What is this for?
So this is Powernail's solution for nailing close to the wall. This is our Power Palm. Obviously, if you've been in carpentry, you've seen palm nailers for 40 years, right? Yeah. What's extremely specific to the Powernail Power Palm and what allows us to nail close to the wall is the nose. This receives either a 16 gauge or an 18 gauge cleat nail. This will get you within 2 inches of the wall, and it allows you to finish off your flooring installation with the same fastener that you used across the entire body of that floor. You don't have to buy a different fastener for this tool. This is going to drive the same cleat nail that your 16 gauge nailer drives, as well as your 18 gauge. Same box of nails.
What about that one?
Yep. So this is the one below, this one right here.
This one can be purchased separate.
The wheels.
The wheel.
Absolutely. So you can either buy your nailer with wheels on to allow you to roll it across the floor, or if you already have a 445 or a 50P, you can buy the adapter kit. Okay. So we sell the rollers that you can toss on there, and you can take a standard tool that you have to pick in place every time to move it. Okay. Now it'll roll. That's available here at Texwood. You just talk to your guys at the counter, and they'll get you squared away. All right. Yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah. Can you tell us what are those?
We just talked about wider widths of floors, right? Yeah. So 8 inches, we're seeing crazy widths going in. And what that leaves us with is that glue nail assist type installation. Well, if I've got all of my floor components in a full spread glue situation, it's really hard to try to drag your floor nailer across that because you're actually running it through glue. So that's whenever we came out with the trigger pull tools. This is our F series. This tool only sits on the flooring component itself. It does never touch the subfloor. Okay. So if you've got glue on the sub, you can still run this into the tongue side of your flooring without getting glue on your gun. It's got an extra wide beaver tail nose, so that keeps you nice and square to the nail pocket. This drives 18 gauge cleat nail, so this is one of the only 18 gauge trigger pull cleat nailers out there. There are plenty of 18 gauge staplers. Absolutely. Oh yeah, so just adjust down here on the foot, that slides up and down. That's gonna keep you at that 45-degree angle, whatever size you have, 3/4 of an inch all the way down to 3/8 of an inch. All right. Yep, and if you have any, if you have thinner floors, so down to maybe, good gosh, like 5/16, something even thinner than that,
wow,
that's what the 20 gauge cleat nailer is for. So that drives an even thinner nail. Nails, if any of us were like me and made bad decisions, got the ears pierced, and whenever you were young and dumb, you know, different gauges of wire, right? Different
That's
gauges
correct.
of ear piercing. That's exactly the way that nails are rated. You know, 16 gauge is a thicker wire than what 18 gauge is. 20 gauge is much thinner than what 18 gauge is. So it's almost counterintuitive. Whenever you need a thicker nail, you're going to go with a smaller number, 16.
So, since it's color coded, I'm suggesting green box. Oh, okay.
So you're out there, you've got a green tool, you don't know what types of nails you say, call up Will, say, hey, I need a green box of nails.
So there's no excuses for your helpers.
There's no way to get those.
Can you tell us, how do you use this product?
All right, so that is our power jack. So this is going to help you to both push and pull flooring boards flush with one another, right? So this is the PJ100. This one pushes against the wall, against the footer of the room, and this lip fits over the edge of your flooring, right? So you place that over tongue side, you throw a 2x4 or a piece of flooring that'll span your 16-inch centers on the wall, and you just start cranking it. And that's gonna pull your floor right into it. Get rid of dips, get rid of cracks, any gaps that you have. What's really nice is it's a ratchet, so it actually holds itself in place. Your hands are free. I do not have to have a hand on this in order for it to hold that flooring in place. So instead of, you know, what we used to do with our chisels or screwdrivers, right?
Yeah.
You're out there, you're knocking it in, you're pulling it, and now you have the nail with one hand. You've got two hands free. So you can use both of them. One on your tool, one on your mallet.
Yeah, especially for those thicker boards that are not as perfect. And this,
That is a UHMW tapping block. Super basic, crazy simple, and we were blown away just by making it a little bit taller. Keeps the installer's fingers out of the way from the wood,
oh, okay.
from you know, walking away with crushed fingers and a red thumb.
So that prevents from dinging the wood directly to the,
It's a self-lubricating plastic, so it doesn't scratch anything. This is the exact same material that we have on the bottom of our tools. Doesn't scratch fine finishes, it doesn't scratch aluminum oxide, anything you've got on that floor, that's not gonna scratch it as long as, you know, you don't have dirt or sand somewhere, right? That's gonna scratch anything. That comes with each one of our F-Series tools, each one of our core tools, so we call these the originals, the OGs. These all ship with a 3MI mallet.
so they starting to ship now with the plug-in? Because it used to be without.
Yep. So we used to see there were some markets that would like a 3/8 inch nipple on there versus the 1/4 inch. So we were like, well, these guys are changing them anyway, so let's leave it off.
Yeah.
Finally, the kind of everybody's come over to the 1/4 inch side of the equation. So we said, you know what, we're going to start you off with a 1/4 inch nipple. You want to put a 3/8 on there? Super basic. Go ahead and toss it on. But you're going to get this out of the box with a 1/4 inch. Yep. We have about 11 different types of mallets, guys, so whatever you like to work with, if you like black caps, white caps, long handles, short handles, whatever you need to get the job done and feel comfortable doing it, Powernail has it for you.
Any difference on durability, black versus white?
Negative. Negative. It's the exact same tire rubber that most of your large tire manufacturers use. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Pretty much that's it.
There's still a conspiracy saying that the black one lasts longer than the white.
one.
So is that a,
Testing. We've done the testing.
because we done the testing and it
Already
shows.
did. Well, okay.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Fred, appreciate you, man. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Bye-bye.